Hey everybody, it's Tony and Chris back for another TigerSox review for the Blue Collar Beer
Don't mind
Gourmet.
us.
Don't mind us. We were just discussing today's selection, which did come from our man in Indiana, Chris, Mr. Gone V6, as he's known on Instagram, and I think he might actually be on Tumblr too, but Mr. Gone V6, check out his pictures. He always has good pictures, good lighting in his pictures. That's for damn sure.
And he's on Untapped.
You can see everything in his pictures. I gotta hand it to him. And he's a good guy. He's in Indiana. Awesome. And today's selection is actually not a Hoosier beer, but it did come from him.
He sent it to us,
It is the Old Man, Look at My Life, I'm a lot like you were. Yes.
I've known this guy for like 10 years. I love his Neil Young. When you really throw yourself into it, because
I don't like Neil Young. I don't like his voice. Don't like his music. Don't like anything about him.
You're more Team Skinnerd,
exactly. I grew up on the Bible Belt.
The war of Skinnerd versus Neil Young.
I hope Neil Young can remember the Southern man don't need him around anyhow. But this is from Treehousebrewing out of Charlton, Massachusetts. It is the Old Man ESB, extra special bitter or English special bitter, depending upon who you ask. The last time I had an ESB, honestly, was judging for Snafu homebrew contest.
Been that long?
Yeah, it's been like 2 years ago.
Wow.
And there was an ESB there at Aces.
Not much on the other side of the can.
Aces and Ales, yeah. So it's been like 2 years since I've had an ESB. I think that's the last one I can find online anyway.
I can't really say I've had one, and it's been a long time.
This has a cumulative score of
I'm a lot like you were.
A lot like you were. This has a cumulative score of 3.77 amongst just under 7,400 people. 11 of my friends have given it a cumulative score of 3.91. That's pretty good.
It's decent.
And my friend Chris, who sent it to me, actually gave it a 4.5. And his opinion I respect greatly. So
absolutely, me too. Yeah.
I'm almost a little apprehensive because it seems to have been built up, but sometimes things do live up to the hype, and it sure is nice when that happens.
Well, if our buddy Chris is throwing around 4.5s, it must be. Plus, we've had experience with Treehouse, and we really enjoy their beer. Don't come across it much in Vegas since they're out of Massachusetts, but I love the can just because it just looks like Grandpa took this belongs in a cooler on a boat in the middle of a lake, and doesn't it just look like an old man would? I mean, it's called Old Man, but it just really looks like a can that.
It does actually.
Let Grandpa give you a taste, Billy.
After your grandfather and his buddies were finished fishing all day and playing poker all night, these are the cans that would be laying all around the lake
playing
house.
Cards. Playing cards in a smoky room.
Exactly.
And
some old fart asleep on a couch with a cigar still in his hand, lit and burning. Yeah.
You might misunderstand the instructions that, hey, Tony, what? Go grab me an Old Man.
Anyway, I don't know whether we said or not, it has a 5.4 ABV, but I cannot find IBUs on it, which, considering it's an ESB, you think IBUs would be available even more so. This one does have a brewed on date, so on that.
It's not going to show up in the reflection, but October 19th, 2017, so about
we're
we're
a few days away from Valentine's Day,
so about 4 months.
About 4 months. Yeah.
Dry flies and tight lines, what that says on the bottom.
I think that has to do with fly fishing. I'm pretty sure.
If anybody knows, please comment. If you are a fly fisher,
I think there's a fly fisherman on the can, isn't there?
There is a fly fisherman on the can.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that has to do with.
I just like it. It feels like a throwback. I mean, this can really reminds me of just an old throwback can.
Despite it looking like this, it is not the silver bullet, though. So.
Right. Thank God.
Indeed.
Because we wouldn't be reviewing it.
Sorry, Tony and Sue.
Yeah, exactly. My sister Sue and my brother-in-law Tony are, of course, like zombies.
Thank you. We did use rocks glasses, and these are from the Venetian Las Vegas.
I have my better half is a Venetian manager and has been for quite some time. So, hence we have Venetian glassware. I think this is the first time we're actually using it in a TigerSox review.
I think so too. But,
look at that.
Yeah, very
Equal
nice.
pours.
Very,
Hello.
very nice.
I'm on my pouring game
Very
today,
nice.
everybody. Pouring game. Boom.
And
Okay, we're gonna drink.
We've got, I'd say, medium-high carbonation on this. Maybe not all the way up too high, but at least medium-high carbonation.
Look what the last few drops just did.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
I
that
see.
interesting? It honestly looks like ink, like some kind of squid ink or something.
I don't know if it would show up in the glass on the camera or not, but it does. You're right.
These last few drops, like really extra thick murkiness or something, spilled into his glass and created kind of like a lava lamp effect.
I think is this the one that maybe even said there may be sediment at the bottom of the can or something?
I don't think I saw that on the can. No.
All right.
Old man.
Okay, I gotta say this.
Cold, enjoy fresh.
This smells like last week's beer.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, if you watch our review from last week.
The Latitude 33, Honey Hips,
yes,
strong ale.
Let's hope it tastes better. Please. Please taste better. Yeah, it does.
It smells
like it's like twin.
A little citrusy, a lot of malt.
Yeah, very malty for sure.
Even getting a little bit of honey in it.
No.
Actually, the slightest bit of
just like
honey. And just like honey. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got Jesus and Mary Chain
in the glass.
Flip it out of the glass.
Yeah. Beyond that, I'm not getting much else. I'm getting basically just malt and honey on the nose. That's it. I just hope it tastes better.
Cheers.
Last week's beer was forgettable.
Indeed.
Cheers, everybody. It's extra special bitter. Dry.
Yeah, very dry.
Wow.
And I'm going to describe this as a medium mouthfeel. Yeah, it's so dry that it's almost difficult to say what the flavor is because it dries your mouth so much.
I think the malt's really popping out because the first thing I'm thinking of is a brown ale. It reminds me of a variant of a brown ale.
Slightest bit saison-y. Are you getting
slightly? Yeah,
saison?
I think that's more of a maybe like just the straw or the hay kind of element to it.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm wondering if they didn't use like saison yeast or something like that.
I'm thinking that too, actually. Yeah, now that I've had a few extra sips.
Or wild ale yeast.
I will say this though: none of the flavors are very pronounced. It's kind of tame actually. It's not a bad tasting beer. I like the dryness. I really do. The dryness is really kind of popping out at me. But none of the flavors are. It's not really very flavorful. There's not a lot going on here. You kind of have to like stop and think for a minute, like what's going on with this beer? You know, there's just not much going on.
Kind of bready, a little bit of
biscuity maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So in that respect, it's kind of like an amber, and it even is sort of the color of an amber ale, but biscuity like an amber ale. Oftentimes is in both aroma and flavor. That head is wispy, but it's still not going anywhere. So
I don't want to promote the nation. Oh, I'm blocking you.
The lacing doesn't last very long. I mean, it is there, but it's not. I don't know. This. I don't want to say I dislike it.
Are we about to have 3 reviews in a row that we're not like jumping up and down?
It looks like it.
The enthusiasm. It's not our moods. I feel good. You feel good. We're not having crises in our life right now, so it's not that we're in 3 weeks in a row of being in a bad mood.
No, in fact, even though there's no baseball going on right now, our local sports team is kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah, Golden Knights. Woo! Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Indeed.
If you don't know them, get acquainted with them. They are the talk of the NHL right now. Oh yeah, beer. It's just kind of boring. I can't really say that there's
not a hell of a lot of flavor to it. The thing is,
watered down kind of.
People have this idea that an ESB, even though yes, it does have bitter in the name, and there are bittering units. ESBs are not supposed to be just bitter. It's supposed to be a well-rounded bitterness. I'm not really tasting the bitterness to this. It's supposed to be a complex bitter. That's the deal. Exactly. An ESB is supposed to be a very complex bitter where you go, yes, that's bitter, but it's also this and that. And
I would expect, I'd expect the flavors that you do detect to be more lingering. They would just linger on a little bit longer. This will not linger. Do you have to let it linger? No.
You have to let it linger.
To the cranberries.
To the cranberries.
Yeah.
To Dolores.
To Dolores, yeah. We didn't mean to go there. We just happened to come across to Dolores. But yeah, when it comes, and I'm a little surprised this is a Treehouse beer actually.
Yeah.
Because the last beer that you and I drank
green
for this,
IPA.
was off the charts good.
Uh-huh.
Just an epically good beer. This one's forgettable as hell. I mean,
it really is.
I like the art on the can the most about the beer.
Actually, yeah, yeah, the art's pretty cool.
But here we go. I mean, we're just trying to find. So that means well, here let's preview next week, okay? Because next week or the following week after that, when you see the next episode, we have a new treasure trove of beers from our friend Chris Leland in Indiana.
Yep.
And he sent us. What, 6?
Five beers total.
Beers.
4 of them are IPAs. One is the Cocoa Nuggets that a lot of you have been seeing on Instagram, Tumblr. Very popular right now. The stout version of the Fruity Nuggets from 450 North Brewing. In fact, most of the beers are from 450 North Brewing. There's another one whose name slips past me, but they're out of Hammond. And then there's the other one is Three Floyds collaborating with McKellar.
Yeah.
So,
and that was a hazy IPA, so I'm guessing a New England style, possibly.
And we're trying our damnedest to get Guy back for that
Guy Medley,
Cocoa Nuggets beer, because we know that we got the comments. People want more Guy. So,
people want more Guy. You're the yin to our yang, I guess, or the silent, basically like a Penn and Teller, the quiet one, the short one.
Exactly. He's the
you and I running our mouths all the time. He's the one that's just the little Penn Gillette,
He's the Larry to our Curly and Mo.
God. You should put this one up today instead of 3 weeks from now, and I let him watch that right away. I can't score this very high.
Can't either.
I hate to bash Treehouse because I was so busy promoting them and pushing them not that long ago. 2.75, I think.
3 1/4 for me. I was going to give it a 3. He gets the extra 0.25 for being in a can.
For being in a can. Maybe I'll go 3 just because I like the art on the can. It just makes me think of some old timer, rocking on his porch, yelling at the kids to get off his
Keep on rocking in the free world.
More Neil Young.
Old man.
This episode brought to you by Neil Young. Yeah. And Dennis DeYoung.
And Lionel Trains. And that's Neil Young owned Lionel Trains or something.
Yeah. But by the time this airs, baseball, it won't be baseball season, but the pitchers and catchers are going to be reporting for spring training really soon by this point, so baseball won't be too far off.
Well, would you have just under 2 minutes left on this? Actually, I am going to, like last week, I couldn't think of anybody to refer this to. This week, I'm going to refer amber fans, because ambers oftentimes have that dry finish. I'm going to say maybe even Hefeweizen and Wild Ale. People might dig this one.
I could see that.
But if ESB is one of your favorite varieties, I don't think you're going to like this very much.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah, I hate to say it. This definitely is not at all what I thought it was going to be. Once I took my first sip, I could feel my frown kind of bummer. Any other news before we wrap up? Brewery related? I think we got most things covered. I'm looking forward to the Lee's beer experience. I know it's not till May, but here it is February. I'm already counting the days till that. So we'll keep you posted on that as it gets closer and other developments. So
until next time, drink good beer. Don't break the bank doing it.
Cheers.
And cheers.
Cheers. Y'all.